well, y'all just saw the Saturn V rocket, which that kind of saved Johnson Space Center for me. Up until that point, I was very disappointed with it. What'd you think about it?
We got there kind of late and they were packed, so we really didn't see everything. They have an actual space shuttle you can go like walk onto. Yeah. But by the time we finished our tour, the place was closed, so we didn't get to do that.
Yeah. The tours, the one we did, it took like an hour and a half of waiting. But I'll tell you what, the Saturn V rocket was worth it for me. I was happy with that.
Yeah, it was cool.
But what are we doing here? Why don't you tell them where are we and what are we doing? Because I haven't even told them that.
Oh. Well, we're in Houston, Texas. Our daughter is on our first Lego robotics team, and they were here at the World Expo competing. Yep. We've been here, this is our third day. So we did a little sightseeing today. They competed yesterday, and then today they got their award. Yep. So we had the afternoon free. That's why we went to
Johnson Space Center.
Yeah, I'm tired.
It's okay.
We went to Johnson Space Center, and then we met some friends for dinner.
It was Tanya, 30 Treasures, and her husband Kurt. You could say her name.
I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, we had dinner with Tanya and her husband. Really good time, good food. Yep. It's always good to spend time with them. Good to see them.
So what I thought we could do, we're in an Airbnb and the air conditioner is really loud. Hopefully it's not too loud. But what I thought we could do, I could turn it off real quick. Let's see. Shut off, please. What I thought we could do is, I just don't have time to edit some of the clips I want to edit. So I thought we would have Candace read some questions to us. So Candace has some questions on the MacBook here.
Yeah, this is questions from viewers from previous videos.
Yes. So what you got?
Are you going to stand up the whole time?
Maybe. I like to pace when I talk.
You're making me nervous.
No, I'm not. Whatever. Give me a question. Let's go.
Okay, this first one, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Liv Seacat wants to know, do you not use eBay's global shipping program to ship to Brazil? From the UK, if I were going to send an item to Brazil, I would send it to eBay's fulfillment center and they would ship it for me.
Okay, so I shipped some stuff the other day that was worth like $30 to Brazil. And the deal is, I don't think Global Shipping Program even ships to Brazil. So the only way you could ship to Brazil, and there's some other countries too, is if you ship direct. And that's what I did. So I know people have had problems with Brazil before, and I've just got my fingers crossed. It wasn't a huge dollar item. I do ship Global Shipping Program and direct. I do both, depending on the item. If it's a lighter item, a lot of times I will ship direct, because that could save the customer some money. It can also introduce some other problems too, but I'm willing to do it on some stuff. All right, what you got next?
Incredible Retro wants to know, you may have done a video on this or discussed already, but do you do actual shipping or a flat rate shipping? If you do actual shipping costs, do you know the specs prior to listing? I'm guessing not, since you pull them and pack them once they ship. Maybe a video on it? Thanks.
Okay, not gonna be a video. I'm not planning on it anyway. But typically whenever I list something, I will throw it on the scale. And if it's a normal size item, I mean normal size, there's not gonna be a dimension over like 12 inches. Then like, let's say something weighs 2 pounds, 2 ounces. Well, I know that's gonna ship at a 3 pound rate. I weigh the item, or I eyeball the item if it's something I'm pretty confident about, and I'll just like factor in some weight for packing materials, and it's really as simple as that. There's not much more that goes into it. I typically do calculated shipping. I do some flat shipping and I also do some free shipping. But mostly it's calculated shipping. And I'm usually pretty spot on with my shipping rates. Like, and like you say, I don't pre-pack. I know some people pre-pack. The reason I don't pre-pack is I don't want to store. Actually, I actually couldn't pre-pack. If I pre-packed, I'd need 3 more sheds because it just takes up that much more room. But yeah, I mean, I do have a really solid idea of what, like if it's something small, I know my little boxes weigh an ounce or 2, and then I'll factor in a little bit for bubble wrap or whatever, and I'll add 3 or 4 ounces to the actual weight of the item. So, and some stuff I just guess on, like a video game, I'll just say, okay, that's gonna be 5 ounces. Or, and then other stuff I'll weigh. So hopefully that answers your question. What else you got?
All right, the next question is from
What?
Cub Fan 23. Hey Lonnie, love the channel. I used to sell baseball cards on eBay, looking to get back into it. Thanks to watching your vids. Love them. Quick question. Why do you have 2 eBay stores? Wouldn't it be cheaper to have just the one?
Okay, the reason well, there's a couple reasons to have 2 eBay stores. Number one, the main store was getting up. I had the premium store, and you get 1,000 listings with that for the $60 a month or whatever. And I found that I was going through those listings, and at the end of the month, I was having to pay the 10 cents a piece extra per listing. It was starting to add up to a little bit. And I'm like, well, and I can just like start another store, another account with another store, a lower tier store, and get those free listings. So, and then now I've listed a bunch on that second store, and I have 2 premium stores. So the thing is, eBay is weird when it comes to stores. All the way up to premium store where you get 1,000 listings, it's like pretty incremental. But then to go from premium to the next level is like going from $60 a month cost up to an anchor store, which is like $300 a month. That's $240 more, when I could just have another store at $60 a month, and now I'm paying $120 instead of $300. So I don't know. That's the way I look at it. Also, you can use the second store for certain niches or certain types of items you may not want to mix. Like if you're selling Bibles on one account, maybe you might not want to sell, some other type of thing that doesn't mix well with Bibles. There's all kind of factors there. But for me, it was purely the cost of going up to the anchor store. I didn't want to do it. So, yeah, that's what I did. Does that make sense to you, Candace? No. What's your next question?
Hustling Hard wants to know, do you do the UPS pickup or do you still drop your packages off? I've been working to try the pickup, but my driver sucks. I don't know if I can trust him. I just wanted to see if it is even worth it to do it.
All right, Candace, I'll let you try and answer this one.
Well, the reason that he drops his packages off still is because our postal service sucks. Very undependable. Would go for days at a time without doing the pickups. We're always getting other people's mail.
Yep.
It's bad.
And I complained a bunch. I did.
And the postmaster told him she can't keep good people, that she would not depend on them to pick up his packages. He's better off bringing them. It's crazy.
Yep. And it also has something to do with our route. It's kind of a rural route. And I think it's like the route that they give the noobs whenever they work there, like when they first get their route. And as soon as they get any kind of seniority at all, they dump that route and they get a better route. I think that's what's going on. And I've talked about trying the pickups again because it's so freaking convenient. It's really nice. It is. But man, I mean, can you imagine if I have like one Monday where I have like 30 something packages going out and they don't get them? And now I have 30 something late packages. That would suck.
I mean, there were times when by the time you realize they're not coming,
Right.
it's too late to get to the post office.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Right.
Like they would pick up at like 4:30, and by the time I knew they weren't coming, it was too late. I was toast. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I may try it again just because of the convenience, because I am spending a ton of time every week bringing my packages over. I mean, it's only like about 25 minutes a day, but you add that up over 5 days, and that's a lot of time.
Plus gas.
Yeah, gas and just the whole thing. It's. I'd rather have them picked up. All right, next question. I get mad about that question.
Man, if you had them picked up, you would only leave the house like 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah, just to source. That's it. Yep.
You'd be like a hermit.
I kind of am, anyways. But.
All right. The next question is from Anything Everything FBA. Do you have a link to your eBay store?
Okay, I put that question in here because I am going to share, and I will start sharing the links to the stores. I'm cool with that. I have 2 stores. One of them is called Mean PC, MEANPC, and I'll put a link to that down below. The other store is Garage Flips, just like my channel, all one word, no spaces. Garage Flips. Those are the 2 stores. All right, what's next? Is that it?
One more.
Okay.
STL Ammo Man wants to know, how do I find a guy with all that inventory? I need help. I'm new to this. Thanks for any info.
Okay. What do you think about that? You know who he's talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, 99% luck, but also when you're out there, you've got to talk to people.
Yep.
Yeah. It's kind of like networking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just have to get out there and chat it up.
It's tricky though, because you got to have a feel. Like if somebody asks you a question about what you're doing, you have to know whether they are going to be okay with you saying, I'm going to make money. I'm trying to make money off of what I'm buying from you. Sometimes it'll be yes, sometimes it'll be no. In this case, I thought yes, and I will actually wonder how many times by lying about what I'm going to do with what I'm buying, I might have cost myself another contact with another guy. You know, like at this point, I should probably have like 5 guys that I buy from on a regular. I shouldn't have to leave the house to source.
I'm sure it's easier to admit what you're doing if you've already settled on a price. That would help a lot, right?
Yeah, if you're talking about it as you're loading it up.
Yeah, if the deal's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's important to have contact. Like I wish I had about 10 people like that, and then I could it would be like, because I want to go out to garage sales and not because I have to. Because man, it is so nice pulling up and just getting like a big van full of inventory all at once and not have to go, beat the streets. So, and that's the best thing I can tell you. Just like tell people what you do, be proud of it. Ask them, do you have more? Do you have, like, that's the best question you can ask. Do you have more? Do you have this kind of stuff? And have a list of things you're looking for. That'll get you in the house, or they might have a cousin that does that or what, who knows? But just saying, do you have more is a really good way to find out, to get more inventory that wasn't exposed to the general public in the first place. Do you have any video games in the house? I can't tell you how many times they've gone in and, brought out a bunch of stuff. And not just video games, anything. So, but yeah, that is the last question. So it's late. Candace is tired. Look at her. We're having fun out here in Houston.
So tomorrow morning we're checking out of this place. We're going to eat Easter brunch. Downtown Houston has an aquarium with a restaurant.
Yep.
So we're having Easter brunch there and then heading home.
Yep. So yeah, happy Easter to everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. And next video I should be from Shed Quarters. So I will see y'all then. Bye guys.
Good night.